Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and yep, another mashup video. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, this piece right here is something I started back in February 20th, 2021, and it's pretty fun. As you can see, it's Voltron, and I actually used my actual Voltron figure that I have for years as a sort of reference, and pretty much he's doing the power slash on this the bat Robeast that appeared in the show and stuff, and this is a piece for someone. And yeah, so I'm about to start this off, and pretty much up here you guys saw the energy, the lights and stuff of the 5 lines. They combine and then boom, you got Voltron, and he just does the slash. He's just like, I'm not playing no games, I'm about to handle business here, take care of it. So anyway, here we go. So I'm gonna start it off, and then for a little bit, try not to yap too much, and then afterward I'm gonna switch to hyperlapse, and try not to keep saying first off, I just want to say thanks again for coming by and saying what's up, hanging out with me for a little bit. Again, I appreciate the shares, and I do also appreciate the fact that the subscriptions. It just makes it just warms my heart. I got a couple of stuff brewing on 2021. 2021 is turning out to be, it's looking to be even more busier than last year, than 20. So, which is good. It's always a great thing. I'd rather be drawing and staying busy than not, So anyway, let's get this going. Stop the yapping. So right now, what I'm gonna do is, this is a kneaded eraser, pretty dirty. Eventually I have to let it go. It's always tough for me to let things go. Well, let me rephrase that. A lot of my art supply things, I always feel like there's always a use. I like to take it all the way to the final stages. Now, technically, what I'm doing is just knocking back a little bit of this lead, because I actually was kind of heavy-handed in drawing this, just to make sure the details and stuff will be in this piece. So I'm just trying to knock it back, so when it comes down to the actual erasing, I won't have to deal with too much. And then also in this instance, which I rarely do, but I had some Bristol 2-ply Bristol paper, pad of it, 11 by 14, that I decided, I'm still doing the arms. Come on, dude. Jeez. I had the paper, and I decided to cut out the frame because it's 8.5 by 11 piece of artwork. Oh, I gotta work on that. Oh. Well, actually, I think it gives a more, let's see if I destroy this word, authenticity to the fact that there's no script here. This is me just chilling with you folks and doing what I love to do best, So, yeah, I did not go to school, to broadcasting school, to know how to talk to people or filming. I'm just a brother who has worked in the field for a very long time, and I enjoy talking to people. I'm a people person when I'm in person. Surprisingly, I'm definitely I would say one of the things about me, I never really enjoyed talking on the phone. I don't know, I just never had that thing. Like, I don't know if taking it back, but back to the days of party lines and stuff like that. I had a friend who was in the party lines, and boy, he could just talk to people. I never understood that. I was like, how do you talk to these strangers for like hours upon hours? Like, I feel like I'm more of a person where if I'm in with you and stuff like that, then yeah, that's the moment. Then I can really, get to look in your eyes and see the mannerism and stuff like that, and really have a deep conversation with you, and know if something I say bothers you, then I can see it, and then I don't have to sort of guess it. But anyway, enough about me. Let's just get started on this piece now, right? All right, let's do this. Oh, I'm gonna start with Voltron. He's always, I have a love-hate relationship with Voltron. I love Voltron, but he is definitely up there. Like, when I think of robots that usually I sort of shy away from drawing, I'm not really intimidated, but I do tend to not draw them a lot, is a Gundams. When I was doing even the Gundam stuff, you got these robots that are very, they're very angular. I think that's my thing, and I'll admit that I'm just not a huge fan of angular robots. It's almost like you know, you really got to work really hard to get that nice organic kind of feel to them. And I feel like that with Voltron. Another one, I love Combatra, even Voltus 5, you know, I love. But again, there's that thing to do the angler kind of drawing. And yeah. But it's funny because, you know, I'll moan about it now, be like, oh God, or whatever. And then when I finally see the piece come, then it's like, boom, you know, I'm like, all right, I'm glad I did it. So, you know, yeah, like I said, it's a love-hate relationship. I don't like to shy away from stuff because I think that as any artist, you should put yourself in situations where you're drawing difficult things that make you feel uncomfortable. Now, I'm not comfortable like against your morality or anything like that. I'm just saying comfortable in the sense that you so tell, like, if you don't like drawing buildings, you should try to draw buildings, you know, cars or stuff like that, because it just only makes you better. You know, advertising really taught me how to break through that, because, you know, I wasn't drawing Voltron, you know, stuff like that. I kind of was drawing things that most people would be like, oh, that's just kind of boring. You know, you're just drawing somebody getting groceries, or, you know, you got to draw like a hamburger, or, you know, it doesn't work for Gillette, so I had to draw, you know, scenarios with the razor, you know, shaving devices or whatever. You know, clearly not stuff where you're just like, oh man, someone's going to be like, I want to just buy that, you know, illustration of a razor. Maybe, you know, maybe there are some people who are collectors of advertising artwork. But yeah, I learned that a long time ago. Like, I don't want to be a victim to my fears when it comes to drawing certain things. I really want to be able to motivate myself and push myself through it. So on the actual figure, which is funny, Voltron actually does have a nose. So I'm following from the actual, you just can't see it because it's so dark. And the classic lips. It's a nice jam, by the way, huh? A mixtape. All right. It's kind of nice. It is nice to draw like a smaller size. I've gotten so used to doing it. I mean, I was funny. I've been looking through some of my old stuff, and a lot of my old old comic book stuff when I drew big is like packed up. But I have a few pieces that are like out and stuff in some portfolios, and it's just crazy. I look at the work, and I was going through some interesting stages. You know, clearly I was influenced by a lot of different people. As much as I love Herb Trimpe now, I think I'm more influenced more like Herb Trimpe, but I also was a huge fan of George Perez too. I can look at some of my work and see that I was really into that whole thing of like trying to draw as many panels on a page, you know, like these massive scenarios. You know, George Perez is like so skilled and gifted in doing that, and it just works. And of course, John Byrne and Jack Kirby. I mean, you know, I'm definitely somebody. I look at a lot of my stuff. I love using a lot of darks and stuff in my work. I see right here, it's like, you know, I use a lot of freehand stuff. You know, I use the ruler sometimes, but you know, there's a level of confidence too. There's a part of me where I like the computer. I like, you know, digital artwork and certain things, but there's also this part where I just like to see artists who can just draw physically. Like you can see, like my lines don't have to be so perfect. There's an organic feel to it. I think that's always been my whole thing when I talk about it. That organic, human part of it, of that story, where it's kind of like, man, you know, like as you're watching right now, you see me put these lines. These aren't digitally added in. You know, I'll come in, I add some little white out. His that would be his whiskers, whisker vents. These are just all hand stuff I put in. I'm not trying to look for perfect. You know, I'm not trying to emulate a photograph of the actual toy. If I wanted that person, because this is going to wanted that, then I'll just take a photo of my figure and be like, here you go, all said and done. You know, boom, boom, boom. But that's not what they want. You know, I think that's important. All right. Oh, and it's kind of wild too, drawing from the actual toy, because it's like I try to imagine, like, you know, because I did some work in that animation as well. Like the animators have to, when you look at the actual Voltron TV show, the original from the 80s, you know, a lot of those animators, they have to sort of, you know, do shortcuts. They gotta make sure that the viewer is getting the essence of what the toy is. So it's not like it's about trying to replicate, because there's no way. First off, they could not animate the toy, and it wouldn't look right. I think a lot of people don't understand that. It just would not look right animated. It would be so, first off, the cost would be insane. It would just be budget-wise, there's no way, you know, they could do it. It just would be so, like, ineffective. So it's kind of good, like, that animators, they come in and they just have to sit there and say, okay, well, these are the essences that we can, of the character that we can try to capture. And then people get, you know, they'll just get it. It was like I was watching this video where they were showcasing the original 1960s Spider-Man animated show, and I noticed that his chest didn't have his webbing, like the webbing wasn't on there and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what you did. I get it. You know, you're on a budget, man. You're on a budget and time crunch, so you can't get everything in there, and that should be okay. I think there's a part where people are trying to get so much stuff. They're trying to make it look so realistic. You know, even that's one of the things I like about Alex Ross's work, is that even if you look at his stuff, it's not even, there's not a lot. Like, he doesn't do, like, try to get so much super realism in there. You know, he has fun, you know. That's his art style. That's what I love. All right, so I'm gonna go in here. It's not too bad, right? I'm gonna come in and use my whiteout to kind of work on those eyes a little bit, clean up some stuff. It does always shock me because well, not shock me, but I would say that it does make me happy. I want to rephrase that I'm starting to see more people starting to do more mech stuff. I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school, there was this kid who was a collector, and man, he was really, you know, he really was into drawing, you know, mechs. He just loved it. I mean, his house was like, he had like figures and stuff like I dreamt of having, and you know, but he was really hardcore. I think he even might have went to Japan back then. His name was Peter, man, and boy, oof, stuff that he had. I really hope, like, I haven't spoken to Peter, I mean, you're talking years, and I really hope that he fulfilled his dream of becoming an artist or worked in the field somehow, because he was really passionate about it, and he loved drawing mech. Now see, I had a little mess up there. That's okay, we'll fix that. This is where those times where you look at art and you go, okay, I don't lose control, you know, not when it comes to this, because I know that the person getting this is enjoying the aesthetics of those little mistakes, those little accidents. You know, you're knowing that a human hand has been working on this. All right, let's do this. Do that nice clean line. Like I said, much more ruler work. And you have to, when I find with doing Voltron and characters like that, you got to fudge certain things you got to kind of make up in your mind, in your head, and be like, okay, well, this may work, this may work, this won't work, you know, kind of thing. Angles begin shifting, you kind of, you know. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna move on to the hyperlapse, and hope you guys have been enjoying it. It's pretty good, right? Getting there. And hey, thanks again. So let's do this. Let's get this party full speed now. All right, there you go. Boom.